Hi, I'm Lauren M., and the artifact that I want to talk about today is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. I had done a lot of research in the past about reading Frankenstein through a queer lens and seeing all of the overlap between queer theory, feminist theory, and disability studies that were mentioned in the readings this week. I just thought that it would be an interesting story to kind of look at and see what the similarities and differences are when applying different lenses or applying more than one lens for an intersectional approach. Um, I had read in the past this article by Susan Stryker about Frankenstein and reclaiming this concept of the monstrous other as a queer woman, as a trans woman, and she had talked about wanting to reclaim what was abnormal and seen as repulsive and outside of society's norms, and using that to kind of to find power in that, which is really similar to what Kafer talked about in people reclaiming words like crip or cripple. So I did see a lot of similarity there, and also this concept of the monstrous other that has applied to queer people is something that can very easily also translate to disabled people. Um, I think that the model of disability that you're talking about when you're looking at Frankenstein depends on who's reading it and what they're reading from it. Within the story, Victor Frankenstein is coming from a medical model of disability where death is something that you can overcome. And then once he's created the monster, there's this abnormality that either needs to be dealt with or hidden away or cured in some way. And it wasn't, an open acceptance of the differences that the monster had versus other people in society. But I think a lot of readers and academics have looked at Frankenstein through more of a social model of disability because I've heard the thing about, knowledge is knowing that Frankenstein is the doctor and wisdom is knowing that he's still the monster. And this concept of, that this monster, this creation hasn't done anything wrong, and everything that happens because of the way society interacts with him, which is definitely within the social model of disability. Um, and so I think that you can kind of take from Frankenstein any number of different ways. I think it'd be very easy to read it at a surface level as a medical model of disability, but I think there's a lot of nuance there that is certainly within the social model of disability and probably also within um, Kaser's idea of this political model of disability as well.